What is the Sith'ari? Or who is the Sith'ari? I can even do you one better and ask, why is the Sith'ari? The Sith'ari comes from a spoiler alert here, guys. Sith prophecy. This speaks of an individual of great power that is meant to lead the Sith to glory. To keep it simple, think of this as the Sith's chosen one. The Sith'ari will be free of limits. The Sith'ari will lead the Sith and destroy them, and the Sith'ari will raise the Sith from death and make them stronger than before. That is what this prophecy entails for the individual that's destined to be the Sith'ari. But who or what exactly is this prophesied being? There's a lot to sort through between legends and canon, as well as plenty of Sith lords who have self-proclaimed themselves to be the Sith'ari. It's even a little vague gag in the Book of the Sith because of how many people say that. But I personally can only narrow it down to 3 different options, which I will talk about today. Let's get into this. And I want to start by us talking about Darth Sidious, who I personally believe is the least likely to be the Sith'ari in this case. Sidious does at one point consider himself to be the Sith'ari, but the historian Beaumont Kin also confirmed Sidious once thought of Anakin as the Sith'ari as well, with his findings during the Exegol excavation project. While Darth Sidious is known for his unlimited power and impressive leading of the Sith, he doesn't destroy the Sith, at least in my opinion not within the criteria of the Sith'ari prophecy. He also doesn't raise the Sith from the dead. He does raise himself from the dead. Somehow Palpatine's going to return, always. But I'm not quite sure if I buy bro's hype as a contender for the Sith'ari, at least, when compared to the 2 other options I have to talk about today. Now, while researching for this video, I did learn of some that believe this prophecy was intentionally written wrong, instead meaning for the Sith'ari to raise himself from the dead instead of the Sith, which does make things more interesting for Palpatine's case. However, that's speculation, so I will be moving on from Palpatine with this discussion. The next person I want to talk about, and to me is one of my personal favorite mentions for this topic, is Anakin Skywalker. The idea of Anakin being the Sith'ari as well as the Chosen One is very interesting to me, although I'm not sure how I feel about it either, and here's why. On his one hand, he does lead the Sith as Darth Vader as well as destroy the Sith by body slamming Sidious to his doom to save his son Luke, but on his other prosthetic hand, he clearly has his limitations set upon him by his master with his suit. I think it's also worth mentioning how Vader resigns himself to his role as the apprentice as the years go on of Sidious and Vader being by one another's side. Although I love the idea of Anakin being the Sith'ari as well as the Chosen One, I don't necessarily think I believe he's the one that is prophesized about as the Sith'ari. Now, we finally made it to my last contender for this discussion. And before we get talking about who it is, I want to once more ask you guys to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post Star Wars content here on the channel almost every day, and if there's anything you want to see me cover, if you post it in the comments down below, I will get on it and I will make either a video or a short about it, and I will have that up within a few days of you commenting it. If there's anybody you feel I missed in this video, please comment that down below too, because I would love to know. I'd love to be educated on who you guys think really is fitting of this Sith'ari prophecy. And again, man, just drop whatever you think down below in the comments. I love talking Star Wars with you guys, so I'll respond to everyone. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate all the support you guys have shown on the channel so far. But now, we're getting in to my last pick for who I think the Sith'ari could be. And that's no other than the creator of the Rule of Two, Darth Bane. Darth Bane is who I personally would say is most likely the Sith'ari, as well as who most evidence points towards being the Sith'ari. Darth Bane freed himself of the Dark Brotherhood's limits by wiping out the Brotherhood and establishing the Rule of Two, in turn destroying the Sith, but creating what would be a system that ensured each master and apprentice that followed Bane's rule would only continue to be stronger or more cunning than the last Sith ruler that came before them. Bane also self-proclaims to be the Sith'ari at one point, but I feel he has a far stronger claim than Sidious, who I would argue never has as much success without the foundation Darth Bane put into play, as well as the knowledge he acquired during his time as a Sith Lord when he was around. However, like I said before, I would love to hear what everybody else has to say about this. I would love to hear what everybody else has to think about this. If you feel I missed some stuff, if you feel I could have added extra details in, please let me know. I try not to babble too long with these videos. I want to keep them kind of short and sweet to you guys. with interesting topics that I feel would be kind of fun to talk about with everybody, and see what everyone else thinks, what everybody else in the Star Wars community feels about these things. If there's anything you want to see covered, again, just let me know down below, and I'm gonna get up out of here, guys. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you around.